All right, that was kind of like I need a longer intro, I think, here. So let's do some more music. It's going to be a good episode today, for sure. Oh, man. Okay. We got to wait for at least the bass to drop. Okay. Good enough. Hey guys, it's Joe Eves here, and I'm glad that you're joining this stream. So, we're going to be talking about AI and AI secrets and tips that your competition doesn't want you to know about and doesn't want you to use because you will get the competitive advantage, and not only the competitive advantage, but you'll be able to scale your business for a lot less money and quicker. Okay, so here's one of the things that we're going to be talking about. So in this, if you don't know who I am, I'm Joe Eves. I am very passionate about AI and about automations and making my life so much easier so that I can really focus on the things that I enjoy, which is obviously learning how to use AI and play pickleball and spend time with my family. All of those things are extremely important. But one of the things that I want to share with you is just diving into this, understanding the real power of AI and how much you can actually do today in your business that maybe you didn't know about, or that you didn't even know that this type of software exists or this service exists. And what's happening is, as the business owner, you're trying to build your brand, you're trying to build your name, you're trying to do all of the things, wear all of these hats. But at the end of the day, you're having to pay out of pocket for a lot of stuff because you're busy, and maybe you don't have the skill set to do it, or maybe you don't have the time to do it, or maybe you don't want to think about it. There's a lot of different reasons of why you may not be doing your own marketing. Maybe you're hiring it out. Maybe you've got your cousin doing it. Maybe you have your daughter helping you. Maybe you have a firm that's doing it. Maybe it's an agency that is handling it. But ultimately, the most important thing to understand is that nobody knows your business as well as you do. And the hardest thing is taking this stuff that you have here and then throwing it into the person that is supposed to be branding and marketing for you. And so there's always a little bit of a disconnect. And so not only is there a disconnect, but it also takes time for them to get to understand your brand, to understand what you want to do. And there's a lot of cost, and especially if you want more and more help. So what we're going to be talking about today is we're going to be talking about some tools that you can use as a business owner, even some things that are very, very, very basic. If you don't have a lot of computer or technical background, there's still some things that you can do that once you know where the source is, it's actually pretty easy to do. And that's the biggest secret, is a lot of companies, especially marketing companies, are using these AI tools, and then they're charging you what they normally would charge for editing regular videos or putting together captions or whatever it may be, how you had to do it before AI did it for you. And so a big thing is understanding and knowing where these tools are and how to access them. So we're going to talk about a few of them, and there's quite a few. So I'm going to go through a handful of them, and then we'll deep dive into a few of them to really give you a sense of what you could actually do. So the first and foremost, the thing that I think as a business owner, if you do not have any kind of automation or any kind of chat bot or widget, like, you're going to want to get that. And that's just the start. It's going to get better than that, but that's something that people are offering, and they charge, I don't know, it depends on what you're doing, $300 to $500 a month, maybe for that service. And then on top of it, all the other things. So if you're not familiar, I'm going to show you a website that you can actually go to this website, and right here, let me go in here and make sure you guys can see me okay. And this website is High Level. So if you're not familiar with High Level, or the domain name is Go High Level, but the company is High Level, but everyone just says Go High Level. So if you're not familiar with that, this is a really, really good software. It's the one that I use personally, and these guys are amazing when it comes to all things that have to do with your like lead generation, client management, like all of the things. And they have like a 14-day trial. This isn't something that you may not want to just, if you've never done anything like this, you may not want to actually take this on, but you may want to actually sign up for the service and then have a, like basically someone set it up for you. But the things that this can do is you can use all these different tools, and it's all in one place. And what's great is you can capture leads from either a landing page or a sales funnel. And then you can also nurture your leads by sending them text messages, emails, and also WhatsApp if you want to connect up those things, all from one platform. You don't have to sign up for 10 different services. It's all here. They also even have like automated booking. So we do this obviously for our property management company and our real estate, and it's really, really good. So if you're not familiar with this is a great piece of software that if you're using any kind of CRM, or you're like, oh, I'm looking for one that can actually help me grow my business, then 100% I would say you need to look into High Level. And the biggest reason I would say that is because I use it, and it's very, very powerful. So you can definitely do that. There's a lot of really, really cool things with it. I'll put a link in the description underneath in the video on the replay for anybody that wants to learn more about it. Also, if you do want to learn more about it, you can also click on the link and you can schedule a consultation, and we can talk about the different things that you can do with High Level, because I love it. It's great. Okay, now let's go into some other things. So we have also, one of the biggest things that I'm seeing is content, right? We need to make reels, we need to make videos, we need to do all of these things, but it takes time and it takes effort and it can be expensive. And so how can you streamline and actually put out content faster without having to do all of the things? So there's another website that I'm going to show you guys. Let me pull it up here. And this website is a great website, especially for if you take like a long form video. So say you film something with your phone, right? And you're talking about something, and then you want to cut it up into like less than a minute segment, and you want to have like the captions come on and the words highlight as you're talking. You can do all of that with this software, and it's great for that. So let me pull in this other URL. All right. Okay. So if you guys aren't familiar with Opus Clip, like this is an incredible software. So what it does is you can take one long video, just like it says, and turn it into 10 viral clips, and you can do it 10 times faster. And when they say that, it's legit. It's real. So like what you can do is you can literally upload a clip, or you can take a clip from YouTube. So like I did a clip earlier today about the Fed and Jerome Powell talking about like the the market report and where things were. And so I took that full clip and put it into Opus Clips, and it made me 10 different short clips with the captions, and it went through using AI and detected the very most interesting parts of it. And not only did it find the most interesting parts, but like it also gave me the title, and it gave me the information in the description so that I could just go ahead and pull that in. I didn't have to actually do it. And it even has a feature where you can actually schedule and promote those. So it takes one long form and then it breaks it up into a bunch of smaller form content. And I'll actually pull it open so you guys can see like how it went. So there's one basically long form clip. Let me share my screen again here. All right. Okay. So I basically went to YouTube and I just searched for Jerome Powell Fed market update, and he had like a 12-minute talk or something like that. I can't remember exactly how long it was, but essentially I put that URL in, and then all I had to do is basically say, let AI detect, and then submit. And so what happened is it went through and it pulled all of this information. So I didn't have to do any of this. AI did all of it. So I'm going to show you. It did the captions. It found this part of the article and said, yeah, this is a good spot. Let's go ahead and do it. So let's go ahead and see what it came up with.
Today, the FOMC decided to take another step in reducing the degree of policy restraint by lowering our policy interest rate by 1/4 percentage point. We continue to be confident that...
Okay, so we got that one. That was pretty cool. And then let's go ahead and look and see. Oh, it's saying unlocking America's economic goals, jobs and stability ahead. See this one.
Good afternoon. My colleagues and I remain squarely focused on achieving our dual mandate goals of maximum.
Okay. And then also you can see it's 24 seconds. So you can pick between a minute and longer, but look at how quickly is the labor market strong or weak? Let's discuss.
In the labor market, conditions remain solid. Payroll job gains have slowed from earlier in the year, averaging 104,000 per month over the past 3 months. This figure would have been somewhat high.
This all came off of one URL from YouTube. So it put in the text down here, it gave me the title, and it gave me at least, I would say 8 or 9, 10, 11. I got 11 clips here, and they give it a score of how good it is or what they think the audience will think, and they rank them. So you could go in and be like, oh, this says this is a really good score for shorts, TikToks, and Reels. And then boom, go ahead and it gives you that information. And I didn't have to edit any of this stuff. And let's go into cost. So you guys can see, I don't know what it would cost you per minute, but let's just say that you did a bunch of videos, that you did long form videos, and you are paying $600-700 a month to a social media expert that they say we'll give you unlimited shorts, and all you have to do is provide the long form content. Or maybe they come in and film for 1 hour a bunch of stuff of you talking and everything, and then what they do is they upload it to this site here, and they go in and say, okay, let's see how their credits work. And essentially you have like different plans, but I want to say, if I remember right, it's like close to like $1 a credit or something like that. Or maybe it's 50 cents. I can't remember exactly. Let's see if I can find it here. I don't even know if you're seeing my screen. Oh, you're not even seeing my screen, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, so it's like, let me pull it back up here. Okay, so you have 5,000 minutes basically, and then you can choose like your plan. But basically, these credits are used, and like to make this type of video is probably 5 credits. So like you can do a lot of content and I want to say the whole thing for the whole year was like $290 or something. It was some like insanely cheap price. So if you're interested in this, I'll go ahead and put the link in there as well. But you can take that information and you can actually sign up for it. They have a trial, I think, and you can do it for a little bit. And then, but what's great is you can just literally use like your phone. You grab your phone and you can film yourself. And now you can even upload it directly from a clip to Opus Clips. And you don't even have to upload it to YouTube. You can upload it directly from there. And from that, you can make clips. So that's really powerful, especially if all you're trying to do is get a bunch of content out there that not only will it cut everything up, but you can actually even schedule your posts out. So if you really wanted to get like creative and schedule all your posts and then have it all done, then now you're getting you could do like 10 reels a day if you wanted. Like you could do so much more like with that. So okay, so we've talked about high level. Now we've talked about Opus Pro. Let's talk about one more. And this one is probably a little bit more advanced, but the reason I want to show you it is because when you combine certain programs together, you can actually do some pretty cool stuff. So what we're going to do is I'm going to open up a ChatGPT. Okay. And I have let's see here. I've got a ChatGPT here, and I'm going to open up my custom GPT. So I'm going to share my screen so you guys can see this. Okay. So go ahead, share screen. So this is a custom GPT that I made. And what it does is it actually ties into an RSS feed of a bunch of different news articles that get pulled into like a bundle. So there's all these different URLs with all of this different information, and it helps me organize content for AI. So like you're wondering, well, how do you keep up with all this stuff? Well, a lot of it you can pull from just following the news, but the problem is it takes time to research it. It takes time to go through and read. So why not have ChatGPT help you be a social media, helper, an assistant? And ChatGPT, you do have to have the Plus account, which is $20 a month. That's a whole heck of a lot cheaper than $600 or $1,000 or $1,200, whatever you're paying. So let's go ahead and look at this. So I'm going to go ahead. I've created a custom action that basically, when I hit get articles, it's going to contact that RSS feed and it's going to go ahead and pull in different articles. So, and all of these articles are articles that have to do with the AI. So everything that I'm doing with AI. So sorry, I got a crazy text here. Just 1 second. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Hey, you know what? This is real. And nobody's watching anyway, so it's totally fine. Okay, so now here's what's going on. Is you can go into ChatGPT, like I was saying. Okay, we'll go back to ChatGPT, and I've asked it to get some articles, and now it is pulling articles about from different places that have to do with AI. So then I could look at this stuff and go, okay, wow, like there's a lot of really cool things with AI, and I know it. Now, you don't have to do it with AI. This is the cool thing, is you could do it like if you're in real estate, or if you're in mortgages, or if you're a coffee shop, if you're in dentistry, if you're in like whatever industry you're in, and you can set up RSS feeds very easily to pull in data, and then from there you can pull it in like this. But that's one way. That's cool, because now you can look at the data, you can see the different articles. But what's really cool about this is we have a way to grow it. I'm trying to decide. All right, there we go. Artwork by human robots to sell for $1 million. It exceeds. So a human robot made some art and they sold it for over $1 million. Let's do. And so I basically have coded this to just say, if I like 5. So I'm basically telling it, hey, I like the article number 5 that was the human robot one. So now it has, what does it mean for art and creativity when a robot sells? So it's taking the information and it's rewriting it as a LinkedIn post and a Facebook post. Now I have all of this stuff in here. I could go, okay, I like that. That's good. Post it. And now it's doing a custom action where it will actually post that information from my ChatGPT to my LinkedIn. I went to my LinkedIn and I hit LinkedIn right here. You can see, let's go ahead here and share so you can see here. All right, 1 second. All right, so now we're in my feed, and if we go to posts, right, and you're going to see now, if I go to post, we've got, what does it mean for art and creativity for that, and then it pulls the article in where you can click it. Now you can obviously add in graphics and stuff like that to make it more engaging. So for example, let's go ahead and look at my Facebook page. And in Facebook, go ahead and open this up. Okay, so in Facebook, you can see that it does, what does it mean for art and creativity when a robot's work sells for over $1 million? And then it pulls in, not only does it pull in the picture, but it pulls in all that stuff. So it's pretty cool. So we did all of that just through an automation that ChatGPT had. So it's pretty powerful stuff. So when you think about it, like, because I'm explaining this stuff, it took a little bit longer, but I literally within 30 seconds could have all of that stuff posted. And if you want to have it do a tweet, or if you want to have it do a reel or do other things, then you can have it do all those things. Now you're wondering, how am I actually doing this? Like, what am I actually doing so that it works? And there's another software. And again, this is only like $10 a month. So I know I'm saying there's all this kind of software, and it does add up, but it's still way cheaper than paying one person. Instead of paying, $400 or $500, I'm paying maybe $100 or less actually. So now we're going to go in. This is the software that basically lets you stitch all of this stuff together. So instead of having to, I'm going to go ahead and go back here, see if they have any kind of, makes me log in. But, well, let me log in 1 second here. All right. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just show you kind of what this looks like. Now, this is a little bit more advanced. So if you're not good with, doing API calls and webhooks and, stuff like that, then you may not want to do that. But it's definitely, they do have templates and you can figure it out. But essentially what I've done is I've basically created this workflow, and I could obviously add more to it. But what it does is it essentially, when I go to my custom GPT and I ask it to get articles, it runs this automation where it will go into the RSS, pull the articles in, it will do the array, and then it will mark it as complete. Then I can go back through my custom GPT and say, oh, I like 5. And then it will rewrite 5 for me. And then I can say, post it. And then it runs again and then posts the content. And then I have these filters set up so that they will actually only post if it's been approved. And the way that it's approved is by me typing into ChatGPT, post it. But as you can see, this integration is pretty handy, and I could add a lot more to this. Let's say I wanted to do, I don't know, let's do Insta. So I could do Instagram, or if I wanted to do Twitter, let me go back here for a minute. Let's do Twitter. Okay. Boom. I could go in here and I could post it. And all you have to do is then just connect up your accounts, and then now and set up a filter, and now you're able to post to all of those things. So there's some really, really cool workflows that you can do with this. And it's really handy. So again, there's a lot that you can do using AI. It's more of understanding what the tools are and where they're at, rather than just having, paying somebody. Now you might be like, well, you know what, Joe, like, it's not worth it. Like, I don't want to learn, and I don't want to learn how to do that. Great. That's fine. You don't have to learn how to do that. But I guarantee you that your competition is using AI in some aspect, either through hiring a marketing agency and that agency is using it. Why not just bypass them, train someone, or have an assistant that may be a little bit younger and have them watch the tutorials? Because when you increase their productivity by giving them things that they don't need to be an expert, like I said in the beginning of the stream, you know all the stuff, and then you're trying to like share your information. Well, now you share it with your assistant, and the assistant can now do all that stuff with you, or even film yourself, give the assistant that, they upload it, create the content, and then from there you can do your workflows. Now, this is just some of the stuff that you can do. There's so much more, but a lot of people are going to be like, well, I don't really think that it matters. It does, like, AI isn't good enough. Like, we can tell when AI has written something. And the thing is yes, when someone that doesn't know what they're doing uses ChatGPT or uses AI to write something, it's going to sound like AI. But what's crazy is when an AI assistant has been trained and has been taught how to talk like you and how to speak like you and how to respond like you, then I don't care what people say. They don't know that they're talking or that they're reading something that AI put together. It's because it's that good when you train it right. But you have to train it because, I've heard that ChatGPT is the smartest thing out there, but it's also the dumbest thing. And that's so true in a lot of reasons. The reason it's dumb is because you're not giving it enough context and enough good information. But when you give it good information and then you ask it to do something, that's when it's incredibly useful and it's very effective. So, but the problem is that everybody treats ChatGPT like Gmail, and they treat it like Google, and they treat it like Facebook, like the things that they're used to, instead of realizing that it is an assistant that is smarter than any of your other assistants. It's faster. It learns quicker. It knows more. It just needs a little bit of guidance. And with that guidance and information, it's crazy. Like, there's just nothing that can compete with AI. Now, when I'm using ChatGPT, but it really goes with all the major ones. You've got Anthropic, you've got, like, with Claude, you've got Grok, you've got Copilot for, or maybe it's Llama for Microsoft. So there's lots of different like ones, and they're all very competitive. But ultimately what it comes down to is knowing, like, okay, what's what, like how, like who, like how to use it. How do I actually go ahead and use this stuff? The other thing too with that is a lot of people, and I'm talking so much, I'm gonna get a drink here. All right. So another thing is when you're using AI and when you're talking to AI, you can really tell it how to bounce ideas off of you. And another tool and another way that you can use it is ask it, well, if you were going to solve this problem, how would you do it? And then it's going to give you some stuff that you probably have never thought about, because that's how good AI really is. Okay. So there's some real good value in using ChatGPT, and we'll get into some more of the tutorial based type stuff. That's going to be more in my videos. I will do it on the live streams, but it'll be more in the videos because I can actually go through and explain everything and then edit it so that it will actually make sense. It's with screen sharing and the live stream, I can't really like zoom in as much. Maybe you can. It's probably a little bit more work. I need another drink. So that being said, like, there's a lot of information that we just talked about, and each one of those you could spend a lot of time on, and you barely scratch the surface. So now I want to talk about, I think a lot of people are going to say, well, why would it matter? Nobody's going to watch AI. Nobody's going to do that because it's not like a human. And I'm going to tell you that it depends on how you use AI and what you do with it. So for example, my mom, I love her. She's the best. She is the grand marshal for our Winterfest in La Verkin, Utah. Okay. And it's this really awesome honor where the community is recognizing her. And on Facebook, I saw a post. Matter of fact, we're going to pull it up because I can do whatever I want. Okay, so I'm going to go in here. Let's go here. Oh, I've got my live stream going on here. Okay, so I saw this post of let's see. My wife tagged me in this post. Okay, so let's go ahead and share it because I think this is funny, and I'm going to show you how valuable this stuff can be. All right. So there's my mom. Okay. Right there. And she's the grand marshal of La Verkin for the Winterfest 2024, which is awesome. Now, on Facebook, nobody's really going to be able to read this because it's super small, really hard. So I actually just took a screenshot of it, and I'm going to do that just for this demonstration to show you guys. Okay. So I screenshotted it, and then let's go anew here, and give me 1 second. All right. And I'm going to drag it into a new ChatGPT. Okay. So I got it into a new ChatGPT. It's just a screenshot, and I'm just going to say, write this text out. So it's going to analyze the screenshot, and then it's going to go ahead and write everything for me. I'm going to show you how powerful this stuff is and what you can do with it. So it just wrote everything about my mom. Okay. Then I'm going to say, cool. Let's make a song about her life. So now what it's going to do is it's going to take that information that it wrote, and and this is one that's not like trained at all. It's just the ChatGPT. But here you go. Here's a song, and it has all of this stuff, right? So it took that information and it wrote a song. Now I'm going to play you the song that it made. So me being me, I was like, that's really cool, but I can't really read it. And I really want people to see like what's going on with my mom. And, it's a cool thing that she's got that. So then what do I do? I go here and let's go back here for a second.
I just want to let you know that my mom is the.
All right. Let me make sure you guys, I got to make, because I don't have a producer, so I got to make sure all this stuff is coming through. But I'm going to go ahead and now I'm going to share this clip. So here we go.
Hey guys, I just want to let you know that my mom is the Grand Marshal for Birkin 2024. So if you don't know her, you're missing out. Check this video out.
She's a Grand Marshal leading with pride. From Sunset, Utah, she's been our guide. With a heart so big and hands that care, she's always giving, always there.
All right, so I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but I do want to share with you guys that it was a custom song that AI wrote and composed about my mom. And I did that in probably less than 10 minutes. It took me longer to find the photos on Facebook and download them and add them to a slideshow than it did to create the song and to create the lyrics. And what I did with that is I took that information and then we made a really cool song about my mom and her life, which, like I was like, don't be mad, Mom. Sorry about that. But one of the things is if you look at this, like it was shared a lot. It was, and I just did it last night. Okay. So if you click on the details, and the reason I'm showing you this is, let's see here.
With cookies and kindness by the score.
Okay, there we go. Okay, so now you can see it. So, or at least you should be able to see it, right? Okay, you can see it. So, 2,300 plays already. So, and a bunch of shares, a bunch of likes. That was way more information than, because it's more personal, right? You're talking about someone that has made a difference in the community, and then you create something that is, it's new. This is something that not a lot of people are doing, because to do it normally you would have to hire someone to write something that rhymed, and then you'd have to hire a composer and have people make it. Just wasn't possible. I mean, I shouldn't say it wasn't possible. It just wasn't economical to do this for people, because you just couldn't do it for that. It's just too expensive. But doing it the way that we did it, or I did it through AI, is way, way cheaper and way more fun. And the shareability on it was amazing. And my mom got recognized, or she's getting recognized on all this stuff, which is totally awesome. But what I'm doing is I'm bringing up something that we were able to take something that AI made, but personalize it for someone. And my mom called me. I was like, oh, she's going to be mad. And she called and she's like, that is hilarious. She's like, I have been laughing and laughing and laughing. Can you send me it so that I can send it to my siblings? That's what my mom said. And I was like, yeah, sure. I'll send it to you. It's on Facebook, but yeah, I'll send it to you. And the thing is she wanted to share that because of it. Now, she didn't share the little graphic or the text or anything, but that one she wanted people to share. So what I'm talking about is using AI to increase your shareability, because you can personalize something to someone super quickly, and it's something unique and it's about them. It makes them feel good and they want to share that with other people. I was talking to a guy today and we were talking about, what makes something shareable, and what makes something shareable is when you have like a good experience with something, right? Or it's something unique. So like when you go to a restaurant and you eat and the food is delicious, you don't want to keep it to yourself and you don't want to tell anybody, because you want the business to stay in, you want it to stay in business. So what do? You tell all your friends, oh my gosh, you have to go try this place out. Well, that's exactly, if you're leveraging AI correctly, then people are actually sending your information and the stuff that you're doing out to their friends and family because you've personalized something that is super important to them. And not only did you personalize it, but you sent it to them so that they could be like, enjoy with that, they can share with you in that joy. And that's what I'm talking about, is like when you can share and joy with somebody, that's what makes a huge difference. But the problem is, like we were going back to, is the cost, right? You can't do that for everyone because you have to have the production, you have to have the crew, you have to have the, all the things. Well, now with AI, you can do it all. And if you know how to run the software, get somebody how to run it, which does not take much. You just have to log in and follow their step-by-step process. You do that, and in 10 minutes, you can pop out 20 of them. So it's super, super fun and exciting where we're headed. But one of the things that you're going to realize is that you might be overpaying for your marketing. You may be doing all of the work. Especially, here's a really good tip. If you guys are filming videos and you're doing video content, now there's a difference. There is a difference between if you're doing someone that's doing the creative, they're filming, they're directing, and they're putting together like an actual commercial and information that you couldn't do. That is definitely worth it. If you're using a company and they're doing those types of things, that is different than what I'm talking about. And what I'm talking about is the everyday thing where you need to put out content. So why not make one long video and then have it all cut up by AI and repurpose it to the other social medias about what you're offering? That's the difference of what I'm talking about. So let's just be clear on that. And then the other thing is, if you're filming everything with your phone, if you've got your phone and you're filming all of your content and then you're sending it to a video person and then they're doing shorts, then don't do that. Like, there'll be a link at the bottom for Opus Clip. You can click on it, sign up. It's very, very cheap, especially if you're just getting started. You can upload your clips and it will actually cut all the clips up for you so that you can then spend less money and be more efficient, but you're also more aware and you're more present because now you're getting those digital touches, because as people are swiping or people are going through their feeds, they're seeing your stuff. And that's just organically. It's not even, not even the promoted stuff. So I feel like I've been rambling forever. So, okay. Now, I guess I've been rambling for about 43 minutes. So the other thing is, if you're not sure how to do this stuff, just go to YouTube. YouTube's great. It's a great resource to learn how to do things, and then try it. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect the first time. Just go out, give it a shot, and you're going to see that people are like, "Oh my gosh, I love this. It's great. I want more information on it." Okay? So, we've talked about quite a bit of things today, but one of the last things that I want to talk about is I'm going to circle back to understanding your business and your business model, and realizing that you've grown your business to a certain point, and you have to have either people that help you get there, or you're going to spend a lot of hours. But what happens is to scale and to get to the next level. To do that, you're going to need to leverage AI. Now, that doesn't mean you personally as the business owner has to know how to do that, but you better get somebody that does know how to do it, or that is interested in it, and get them to start doing things for you. Or follow me, follow my channel. I am going to be explaining, this whole channel is dedicated to business owners that are trying to level up without leveraging all of the other things like time and money and effort, but leverage AI and get back your time, keep more of your money, and put more content out, because those things are true. You can do that, and the technology is here. And anyone else that's saying, no, you can't do that because AI is just not there yet, it's there. It's here. And not only is it here, it's very, very inexpensive compared to traditional marketing. Just because at traditional marketing, you have that human element. It's kind of like the band. I could make a clip, a jingle. Let's do it. I'm going to show you. We're going to make a jingle, okay? And this jingle is going to be, I don't know, what should we make it on? Oh, you know what? I'm going to tell you a funny story real quick. So actually, this is what I'm going to do. So for my son's birthday, he's 9 and he just had it, and he was, I just wanted to make it memorable for him. And, he wanted to go to a place. He wanted a couple friends to eat, and then he just wanted, to have a good time. And I really wanted him to just know that he was loved, that we appreciate him. And I wanted to do something that was a little bit different. So I had AI help me make a birthday song for him. Let me see if I can find it here. I gotta find it here. I made a bunch of them. So let's see. All right, it should go by. I'll find it. All right. Well, we'll listen to that one. But the point was, I'm going to refresh this because I think there's some. Oh, there we go. I'm like, there's some more songs on here. So let me find it real quick. Hold on, I'll find it. Okay, hold on here. I'm gonna find it. Just got to find the ones that's been played a million times. You know what? I think I did it on my phone. So give me a second here. Where, oh, where? All right, we're going to find it here. Okay, this is it. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to share it. Let's see. There we go. Just going to airdrop it to myself. Okay, so, all right. You know what? It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, so here we go. You can see it okay? Great. You can see it just fine. So if you're not familiar, this is called Suno. This is another AI software company that actually makes music, and it's pretty cool. So it wrote a lyric, but I wanted to share this with you because they sang this song, especially the chorus. They sang this song, I don't know, they wanted to listen to it a lot. And the thing is that even his little friends, they learned the words and they all sang it and they had a great time. And then they obviously wanted songs for themselves. I'm like, well, on your birthday, you can get it. But the thing is it was a blast. And I believe personally that he's going to remember this birthday because of how much fun he had. But it also was something a little different where he had his own theme song. So here we go.
Jacob Eves, it's a special turn. 9 years old, let the candles burn. Nintendo wins and Foursquare plays with broken glasses and big smile always. Singing songs for the room bright, super happy on your big night. Friends all cheer, you're the star. I'll race you to the backyard. Happy birthday,
And this is the part
Jacob
that they all sing loud.
Tonight's the best, yeah, we believe. Blow those candles, make a wish. Life is awesome, just like this. Level up in every game, laugh until you feel no shame. Giggles that go
Just
pure
stretching.
delight. Jacob's day feels just right. Your big smile lights up the room. No more homework, no more gloom. Make a wish, the magic's real. Jacob Eves, it's a deal. Happy birthday, Jacob Eves. Tonight's the best, yeah, we believe. Blow those candles, make a wish.
All right, I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but I did want you guys to like see it. And that right there is just a small little thing, but it made such an impact. And just knowing where to get that stuff made all the difference. And we had so much fun. It was just a blast. They wanted to listen to it on repeat with the Bluetooth speaker. It was awesome. So it really can make differences. And that's the thing is then you look at it and go, okay, well, how do you do that as a business? Great, Joe, you showed me this, make a song for your mom, made it for your son. Doesn't really fit into business. Sorry. That's fun, but it doesn't make me more money. Okay, well, I'm going to explain something to you, because if that's what you're thinking, you're dead wrong. Because what it really does is it personalizes an experience that someone had with you. So I'm gonna give you an example or a scenario, maybe not an example, but a scenario. Let's say that because I'm a real estate agent, let's say that I just help my clients close on their house. And not only did I help them close on their house, but maybe it was a first time experience for them. They've never done that before. And they told me their journey getting to being able to buy a home for the first time. And there's little things, if you're listening, there's little things and hints that they drop out of why they did certain things. So they do that, right? They do those things. Now, let's say you have AI write them a song that congratulates them with a picture of them standing in front of their new house and this song, and you just send it to them as a text as, hey guys, thank you so much for trusting me to help you buy your home. It was a pleasure working with you, and I just wanted to share this with you guys because this was such a good experience. And they're ecstatic. They're loving everything. And now you just personalized it through their journey with something like that. I will tell you, and I will bet you, and I will win, that if you did that, or if you even put it on social media and then sent them a link or tagged them, I guarantee you they would share that with their family and friends. And the reason that they would share it is because it goes back to that human nature of they understand, just like when you find a really good restaurant, you had a really good experience with a mortgage company or a really good experience with a real estate agent. But the problem is that most realtors are like, oh, send me a referral. Like, that'd be great. And that's awesome. But how much better is it if that came from you, that they shared with their family and friends? And then they're like, who took the time to do that for you? Wow, they made you your own theme song for your new home. That's wild. Now, you tell me you do that, or you give them an Amazon gift card at closing. Which one do you think they're going to remember more? You do both. You do Amazon, plus now you stand apart by giving them something that is sentimental, which is people like to hear about themselves. They like to hear their names, and if there's a song about them, and if there's a a process that it explains, and you have some pictures to kind of back that with it. When you, either if it's a closing table as your, or even a little bit of video that they can see, that you just take the audio out and have this song going, guarantee you they will share it. And that's how you get people to see your stuff without having to be like, pick me, I'm special. No, it's, hey, these guys took care of me. And not only did they take care of me, they made this really cool song. You got to hear it, because they want people to hear. It's like my mom. She called me and she's like, will you please send this to me so that I can share it with my siblings? Because it was something special to her and it was important to her. If you're buying a house, is that important and special to the person buying the house? Absolutely it is. You can do that with any industry. It's not just for those things. But as a business owner, you have to change the way that your mind is set, and you have to change the way that you've done business. Before, it's always been like, okay, we're going to put a sign up and people are going to come in and it's going to be great. Yeah, that's great. You can do that. But there's a lot of competition that already does that. So then people are like, well, I got to do something different. Yeah, you do. But on top of that, you have to be smart about it and you have to be efficient about it, because if you're not, then you're not going to be in business. And that's why AI and leveraging the tools in AI make such sense for scaling and growing your business. So that's my rant. I'm getting off my soapbox now. I'm going to let you guys understand and know that this is just the beginning. There's way more tools that I haven't even talked about, and way more examples of tutorials and things that we're going to do to help you as the business owner achieve your goals by getting your time back and letting you focus on things that really matter about like scaling your business. Okay. Like it's been a blast. I should have some outgoing like music as we do this. So as I get a little bit closer, I'm going to, the next live stream, and I'm still trying to figure out like the time that works best for me. So, seems like Friday afternoon is not ideal. So I'm probably going to be doing something more along the lines of earlier in the week, like maybe a Wednesday, not a Thursday, probably a Wednesday. Or maybe if I do it, maybe Friday morning. So I don't know. You guys give me some feedback of when you want to do it. So part of it is like the goal would be is you're learning this stuff. Like, when do you have time to actually try some of these things out? So first of the week might be too busy. So I'm going to be messing around with it. Again, it's just getting started. So not expecting a ton of stuff right off the bat, but I am telling you right now that these things that we're doing in my business with AI is changing fundamentally the way that we're doing business. And not only are we getting more and more effective, we're able to scale without having to bring on more and more people. And that's what I'm truly excited about. Okay, maybe let's look at one last thing, because I'm not done yet. I'm going to go at least until an hour, maybe a little bit more. So let's go ahead and see what kind of AI news there is. And I'm still kind of figuring out the format that I want to do this with. Maybe what we'll do is take a look and see, like what's new in AI news. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll go ahead and share this screen, and I'm going to see if there's anything that kind of like stands out. All right. So they got AI vehicles. I don't really know much about that. Jarvis leaks reveals Google's vision of the next Gemini. Okay, so that could be something. Let's look at this. Jarvis, from like Tony Stark, right? Avengers and that. Okay, they're basically saying they've got some kind of new AI. Gemini is their large language model, but it looks like they're going to be working through and doing something. They're basically calling it Project Jarvis. So like internally they're doing that. Yeah. So it looks like they're doing more of like an internal thing right now, but they're basically saying the core objective is to revolutionize how users interact with their devices. That's interesting. So one thing that I'm very curious about, and I think is going to happen, and I could be totally wrong on this, but I think that we're headed with the way AI is and the large language model and everything that we're doing. I think we're headed in a direction where, and I don't know how soon this will be, but I believe we're headed in a direction where we don't use keyboards to communicate with our computers. I think it's going to be verbal. I think we're going to be able to give directions. That actually just, okay, that just gave me like I got to see if I can, I got to find something. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but we're going to give it a shot here. All right. Okay. I'm going to share this because I think this is where, we're headed. Hopefully I'm doing adding to, right? So fair use. So don't be all grumpy, YouTube. Okay. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and share. Okay. Can you guys see? All right. Like this is where I think we're headed. Let me go like that. There we go. If I had a producer, I mean, nobody's watching right now, so it doesn't matter. But if I had a producer, it'd be a lot easier. But here you go. Okay, so here we go. Let's hear what he has.
You're joking. Perhaps the professor could use your computer.
So he's telling him they can do something that they figured out in the future, and they've traveled back in time. If you've never seen the Star Trek, this is basically what it is. But here's them talking about it.
Please.
And it's Scotty.
Computer? Computer. Hello, computer.
Just use the keyboard.
Oh man, that's like one of my favorite parts. So I really do think that's where we're headed. So he sits down, right? Because he's from the future. He sits down and he says computer because they don't need keyboards in the future. And that's where I think AI is headed with this, is as we're doing these things and the way that ChatGPT, the way that all of these large language models are trained specifically on our patterns of speech and recognizing how we talk. What's the logical step moving forward? Well, to me, the logical step is we get rid of keyboards, and then we're not like, hello, computer. Like we're literally talking to the program. Now, to reinforce that, I'm gonna show you one other thing. All right. And if you guys, so here's something that's kind of cool too. If you have a silicone Mac, basically like with an M2, 3, and now they have the 4 processor. If you have those, you actually can install a app that's ChatGPT on your computer. So I'm going to share that right now. Let's see, maybe I am. Actually, I don't know if I could do that. Okay, well, let's try it this way and see. Let me go here. All right, it's not letting me do it, so I'm gonna do it with my phone. I really wanted to just show. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, I'm like, I know I could do it. Okay, all right. You guys see my screen? Okay, yeah, you can see it. So here we go. So this is. I don't want it that. Well, that's okay. We'll do that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually talk to ChatGPT. And I'm going to just ask it a few things, and then it's going to give me some feedback. Okay. Hey, I just need some help with some marketing. Oh, it's sharing my window. I have the, okay. Well, that's stupid. It's not letting me do it like that. Sorry, guys. So let me quit. That's no bueno. All right, we're going to remove it. I'm going to do it with my phone, okay? And you guys have probably, if you've seen one of my videos, you've already seen it, but here you go. Like this is using ChatGPT's voice AI, okay? And all I did is hit the little button, and then as soon as it connects, we'll see if it connects. Okay, here we go. You know, with live, it's like you really have to be like on it, or you don't care, and then it's fine too. So let's see if this thing is working. It's still a little buggy, but when it works, it's great. All right. Well, it's not wanting to. Well, I'm going to have to. See if it works. No, I haven't. It's got issues. Okay. Well, that'll be for the next live stream. Not going to sit here and make you guys sit here and wait, and then it's not working. So, all right, you guys, it's been an incredible live stream. I'm glad that you're here to watch it. Did it like now start working? That's funny. Okay. Glad you're here. Glad you're watching. And, if you do have any questions about AI, any questions about how you can streamline your business, feel free to send me a message. Send me a message, comment below, or if there's something that you want to learn about, there's lots of stuff out there that people are like, oh, if it could only do that. I was in a conversation with a couple of buddies, or a buddy of mine, and he was like, man, what'd be really cool is if AI could do this, this, and this. And I'm like, oh, it can actually. And then I showed him, and it did exactly like what he was saying. And he was like, how do I not know about this? And I'm like, I thought everybody knew about it. So there's so much out there that people don't realize. But the one thing is, don't be intimidated. I know that AI feels like it's a bullet train speeding by, and you're like, I can never jump on this thing. Just do a little bit at a time and do one thing. Maybe if you don't have a ChatGPT Plus account, I'd say get that. That right there is worth the $20 a month because of how you can actually walk through and talk with your AI to help you with anything. Like, for example, let's say if your daughter needs help with math, but you're not good at math. That custom GPT or the GPT, you can use ChatGPT to teach her how to do math by screenshotting math questions and then putting it in there. And especially if you're doing like O1, like it's really good at logic and finding, and it will actually give you the right answers. But you also have to give it context to make sure that it gives the right answers because it knows what its job is. But doing that, like all of a sudden you just paid for a math tutor $20 a month, plus you can use it for all of your other business stuff. So that way, because the thing is and what I would say is teach your kids how to use it too. So it's not like it's not like I don't think this thing is still closing. Hold on one second here. But basically, you teach your kids how to do it, but don't do it like, oh, give me the answer. Like, explain to me how we arrive to the answer and give me step-by-step tips and instruction on why and how it works so that they can learn. It's not about asking it to get the answer. It's learning to use AI to arrive at the answer. And then that's what's going to be valuable. So, and the same thing with marketing. Like, if you don't know how to do something, use ChatGPT and ask it, I don't know how to do this. I'm very new at this. How do I do this? And then when they say it and you don't get it, say, you know what? I don't understand it. Like, can you explain it to me as if I'm a 5-year-old? And then it'll do it like you're a 5-year-old. And then you can say, okay, I get that. Now explain it to me more, or give me more details, or it wasn't very clear. Make it like, give me more clear instructions, and it will. And the thing is it will never get annoyed with you. It'll be totally patient, and it will help you all the way through. And that is how you can actually learn how to do things, is by using ChatGPT. Oh crap. There's one more thing I need to show you. We'll do it on the next live stream because it is insane and it is awesome. And actually, I want to spend a lot of time on it, and we're over our hour. So thanks, guys, for watching. I'm going to go ahead and we'll catch you on the next live stream.